Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Up top, sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions. Look at that hole open up. Oh, Ruzicka's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes free. He fires. He scores. Same play. Conklin with the slam on Jam. The beautiful North Dakota State Fairgrounds. Some motley crew right there this summer. Snow's on the ground, however, we are in the middle of January. It's hockey season, and that means that we're in store for another good one here today. We're away from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena and in the All Seasons Arena where it all began for Minot High School hockey. I should say in their first indoor venue back in the 70s, late 70s, before starting the program outside. Wouldn't be a bad day outside here in the Magic City except for a little snow. Today it's Minot High School at 11-0 taking on Fargo Davies at 6-6. It's an East First West showdown this afternoon on the PSP Network. Good Saturday afternoon to you folks. I'm Nick Holbrook. Thanks for joining us today from the All Seasons Arena here in the beautiful Magic City of Minot, North Dakota. We're live from the North Dakota State Fairgrounds for an East First West showdown. Davies has won 4 straight. You can see that Minot is unbeaten in the campaign. Usually these East First West showdowns have quite a bit of positive for the east side, maybe not always for the west side. It's a good measuring stick here this afternoon to see how these teams are going to match up and how they will lock horns here at the All Seasons Arena in Minot. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find them online, VIOC.com. Nate Metcalf in his 6th year as the head coach of Davies, challenging Jason Bennett and Jordan Willard to their collective 11th year as the head coaches of Minot High. It's Willard's first official year as the co-head coach. Bennett and Grubb were the head coaches for 10 years prior. These two teams matched up only one time last year, and it was a matchup that was at the Farmers Union Arena in Fargo, and it was Minot High School that had a 6-4 win. Before that, it's been all Fargo Davies in this series. All time, these two teams have matched up 20 times prior. Minot's only got 4 wins compared to their 15 losses and 1 tie against Davies in the all-time series. What will the outcome look like today? We're going to dive into the specifics when we come back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We'll look at the state's top producers. We'll look at the top goaltenders in the state. We've got the standings and much more coming your way on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show live from the All Seasons Arena here in the Magic City. Our stylists are trained. Top sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous addition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them. And try to do things to help make our communities better.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Minot High School, Fargo Davies have developed quite a rivalry over the years since 2012 when Davies came into the league. Minot High School and Fargo Davies have matched up 20 times prior to today's afternoon matchup here at the All Seasons Arena in Minot, North Dakota. Davies looking for their 16th all-time win against Minot High School. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's quick, it's convenient, they're friendly, they do a fantastic job. They don't waste your time because you don't have time to be wasted. I just sit right in my car, right in my truck, and just check my email, maybe eat my lunch. It's fantastic stuff at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Taking a look at the standings inside of North Dakota High School hockey. As always, a big thank you to our good friend, Mr. Bob Gillen, for continuing to do what he does with highschoolhockeynd.com, the website where you can find all the stats, all the numbers, and the standings. Starting on the west side of North Dakota, Minot's the only team that's unbeaten inside of boys high school hockey here in 2024-2025. Jamestown 6-3-0-1. They're the number 2 team inside the West. Legacy sits in the number 3 spot at 6-4-1. Century at 7-3-1. They're number 4. Williston and the Coyotes sit in the 5 spot. Mandan 6th. Botno Rugby in 7th, followed by Bismarck High School, Dickinson, Ed Hayes, and Beulah. Out east, who's the power? Well, surprise, surprise, it's Grand Forks Central. 9-3 overall on their campaign. 8-0 inside of the conference. West Fargo lighting it up right now. You're going to see a graphic coming up in just a moment to the state's top producers. There's a good reason that West Fargo's in the 2 spot out east. Davies currently sits in the number 3 spot with a 5-3 mark inside of the EDC. 6-6 again overall on their campaign. Today's game doesn't matter for points. It doesn't matter for anything other than just a tune-up as we head down the stretch and get further and further towards that state high school hockey tournament. But it should be a good matchup here today with number 3 in the East, number 1 in the West. There's your standings presented by our friends at the UPS Store. UPS Store located on the South Broadway Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. Top producers in the state of North Dakota. Who's lighting it up right now? Well, we mentioned Bryce Mattern. How do you like this pace? 42 points in 12 games. Are you kidding me? He is tearing right now inside of North Dakota high school hockey. So is Mackley Morelli. 21 assists for the Minot High captain. He's got 9 goals to accompany that number. 30 points for Mac on the year. We see him today along with Easton Panasuk at number 5 of the state. 25-point campaign for Panasuk. 21-point campaign for Minot's leading goal getter, Ryan Rutlick. He sits number 8 in North Dakota. Nobody from Davies in the matchup here today inside the top 10 in the top producers of scoring inside of North Dakota high school hockey. Well, let's take a peek at a couple kids that are going to try to shut these guns down today. There's 2 goaltenders that are in the top 5. Devin Keller from Minot High School, best numbers In the state of North Dakota, the young man, the junior's got a 1.6 goals against average and an .895 save percentage. That 1.6 is the best goals against average of any goaltender in North Dakota, with more than 6 games played on the season, by the way. The asterisk to be made there. Tristan Otto from Legacy having a good year as well. 239 goals against. Bodie Ekblad from Williston, 244 goals against average. How about Mason Lyons for Bondo Rugby? 2.7 for him on the campaign. And then we see Becken Metcalf from Davies today. 2.78 goals against average for the Davies netminder that's going to see some guns from Minot High School coming into the showdown here today at the All Seasons Arena here in Minot, North Dakota. Metcalf on the year's gone 6-5. He's seen 324 shots on goal. He stopped 292 of them. 90% save percentage for him on the year. 2.78 goals against average. We talked about that. This is a young man that's got 2 shutouts on the year. Devin Keller, he has been half as busy. 152 shots on goal. He's stopped 136 of them. He's only been scored on 16 times, but it's a Minot High team that has just stifled their opponents when it comes to shots on goal. Minot High has outshot their opponents on the season 422 to 160. On average, that's 40 to 13 per night. Davies hasn't been that fortunate. They've been outshot on average per night 26-28, but the number a lot closer at 321 to 342 when it's all said and done, and you compile those stats for today's matchup. Davies needs some shots on goal here today, and they need to finish on their chances. They want to take down the only unbeaten team in the state of North Dakota. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show to come. We'll bring in my broadcast partner, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli. We'll bring him on the call next when we come back to the All Seasons Arena here on the North Dakota State Fairgrounds. Over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Hi, Carson.
What's up, guys?
What you doing?
Just helping out with the local food drive, looking for some more donations. What are you guys up to?
We're helping too. Look what we collected.
Well done. That's the spirit.
That's because we're building character.
You guys are characters, all right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Giving back to the community is one of the guiding principles at First Western Bank.
First Western. You can bank on us.
The old school venue, Minot All Seasons Arena. Built back in the late 1970s, this place has been home to some epic showdowns, from college hockey to the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, and of course Minot High School making their home here for many, many years, from the start of the program when they moved from outside to inside all the way until the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena was constructed just a few short years back. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Nick Holmberg alongside of Mr. Matt Morelli. It's almost fair to say that this place was almost a place that you built in a sense. I mean, that was kind of when Minot High hockey really took off back in your high school days. What was it like playing in here back then? I know it just used to be absolutely packed, wasn't it?
It was the old days of hockey, mid-'80s and early 80s, mid-'80s. This is all we had. So this place was a good. We thought this was the palace. We loved it. We loved playing. There was always a big crowd of students for warm-ups. We were waiting, and I mean, I know the times have changed with young kids and stuff like that, but yeah, we love this place. We didn't have nowadays. It's they've had to redo some things here, but aside from the locker rooms being original, I mean, everything else is new with boards, glass, seats are new, lighting's been updated. So yeah, it's changed it, but it was, we had some great rivalries with teams in the Western Conference, WDA games, and Eastern teams back in those days. They came a little more frequently to play, but all in all, it was good memories back in this place.
Well, it certainly is still in the conversation as one of the top 5 rinks in all of North Dakota with the amount of seating that is in this venue. It's got to be floating around somewhere around 3,000 seats inside this place. It's home to the North Dakota State Fair on the North Dakota State Fairgrounds, of course. And today it's going to be home to a matchup. Fargo Davies at Minot High School breaking this one down a bit further. Davies led by Logan Spiewak, the All-EDC player, has himself 16 points on his campaign. There's some other guys that can light it up as well, however. You've got Kason Currents with 13 points coming in. Caden Stennerson with 12 points on his season. And good goaltending from Metcalf going against some of those guns from Minot High that we talked about in the pregame show just a few moments ago. You've got Rutlick, Panasuk, and Morelli inside the top 8 in scoring in North Dakota. It hasn't only been Minot High's top unit, however, that has given them success on the season. It just seems like this Minot High team really is a well-oiled machine.
Well, I think you're getting players down the lineup that are kicking in with production and points and solid play, and the coaches, they love to roll everybody. You want to get guys in early and keep them busy and get them loose, and so they're part of the game. Nobody likes sitting the bench, and the coaches don't like doing that with players in any sport. So you want to get everybody involved, make them get comfortable out there, and it's wear the other team down. These are, even though it's a non-conference game, you want guys to you're at that point where there's 6-7 weeks left of the season. It's time to start, eliminating those mental mistakes that can hurt teams down the road in the tournaments, West Region and the state tournament. But either way, you need to have you need to be healthy and not missing, having guys sitting out with sicknesses. It's going to be a good game. Anytime you're playing the Eastern schools, there's some extra motivation for that.
Yeah, there certainly is. I was actually kind of surprised that the game even went on today with the winter weather that we had. However, they made the trip. Nate Metcalf said that roads weren't exactly great. However, they are here. Let's take a look at our keys to the game map, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern's choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains Heating and Air. Give a call to Dylan today at 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. It's Northern Plains Heating and Air. Davies has to finish on their chances. They also have to get off the bus here today and get those bus legs swept out, moving a bit, Matt. An early game at 4:20 right now, and that's not a short drive from Fargo by any means. Minot High on the other side here today. It just seems like when they're physical and they play physical early, it seems like they are tough to compete with. And if that physicality level is there for Minot High, it certainly will help in slowing down an East Region team that has some speed.
For sure, you want to get off to a good start, of course, and just keep things rolling. I think Minot at the conference level is high. Keep doing what you're doing. I think Minot's at their best when they're the aggressor. I think with Davies, slow them down, try to, they want to set the pace in their style.
Let's go down to Duffy Novak. Time for our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Our nation's national anthem here from the All Seasons Arena. Alongside of Mr. Matt Morelli, I'm Nick Holberg. Ready and set for 3 periods of play here today between Fargo Davies and Minot High School. 21st all-time matchup between the two programs. And Davies has had the lion's share of the wins. Led off the show here today talking about Davies sitting on a record all-time against Minot High in the 20 prior games. 15 wins for Davies, 4 losses, 1 tie. That means the Magi have only found 4 victories against this Fargo Davies program. And today's going to be no cakewalk for the 11-0 Magi by any means. Davies, the number 3 team inside of the EDC. Well, we had a chance to catch up with Andrew Goodmanson. He brings you the opening face-off here today.
Right.
What he had to say today just wasn't family friendly, so we're going to leave it at that. He said it's going to be a magic night in the Magic City because it's Saturday night. We appreciate him for checking in and bringing you the opening face-off here today. 701 Realty for all your real estate needs. Andrew Goodmanson brings you the opening draw. Minot's in white, Davies is in black. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call, and we are officially underway for North Dakota boys high school hockey here at the old All Seasons Arena. A home game for the Magi, Matt, obviously being in the Magic City here today. However, this game is so unique in the sense with the way that the puck bounces off the boards and some of the little nuances inside of just where how the boards play and the glass play is really not a home game for Minot High in that sense and regard.
No, not at all. I mean, I think the boards all seasons are a lot more lively. You can just tell, you can hear it. So it's just, yeah, I mean, these guys, you're out there for warm-ups. You got to check things out, throw a few pucks off the wall, fire some in just to get an idea what things are like. They don't play here. They don't practice here.
Davies with possession of the puck. They move it up to the neutral ice zone. All the way down behind Keller it comes. That's going to be our first icing of the hockey game. That icing is brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza, 701-852-1700. They will deliver. Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. The lunch buffet is open from Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Planet Pizza proudly bringing you North Dakota High School athletics on the PSP Network. Off the draw. Puck is taken here back behind the Davies goal. It's going to be worked away to the far side point. Here's Richardson at the line. Fires it in. Stop is made there for Metcalf. Puck comes back away on the far side. Minot High retrieves and fires right back in with 11. On the near wall, scrub. Taken by Tegan Strand, only for just a moment. Now Davies has possession. They try to work it up to neutral. Richardson sends it right back in. Davies looking for the breakout here as they bring it to the near side. Fired back up, taken by Schmeichel. Sent it on goal. The stop is made. Metcalf goes down and makes save number 2 of the hockey game. BNC National Bank scoreboard reading scoreless here with 15:22 left in the opening period.
Well, it's early. You're just trying to get a feel for the ice, the puck, and Davies been on road trip, worked to get the legs loosened up. That's not an easy drive by any means.
Up to center ice for Davies. They walk over the neutral ice stripe and dump it right back in behind the goal. That was Hunter Peterson that sent it down. On the offensive attack now, Davies underneath the Minot High net of Keller. Puck's taken away here by Earhart for the Magi. Make that Oliver Thompson, rather. He leads it off ahead. Here come the Magi into the zone. Easton Bradley down underneath the goal cage. Puck's taken away to the far wing. Held in at the point. Earhart will fire it down. Sent to just wide. Comes away to Thompson. Sends it underneath the goal line. Shuffled on ahead here. Mason Peterson picks it up and sends it over to the half wall. Peterson gets it back, reversing it back to his partner. Is it just me or those Davies numbers really hard to pick up, Matt?
Hard to read. Yeah, hard to read.
Puck comes back away up at center. Dumped in by Earhart. Not the brightest venue. The new lights in here are nice. However, it's not quite like being at the Ralph by any means.
Nothing quite like that place.
Back at center ice. Puck's taken away by Davies. They're going to carry it down into Minot High territory. High rising shot was up. It missed. Poked free up at center. Finley Betts with possession here. Backhands it into the zone, giving chase for Davies back behind the net is Netland. Netland moves it away to the far wing. There off of Sahlberg. He had a pair of goals against Grafton Park River just the other night. Back in come the Eagles. Drop back here from Spiewak. Sent in. Keller makes his first stop of the hockey game. Centering feed, back out in front. Oh, wide open. Currents on the doorstep. Team high, 8th of the year. And Davies takes the early lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, if you're Minot, you've got to pick up a guy in the slot. That's not the place you want to let guys be taking shots. You know, your rule is get somebody's stick up. You find a guy, don't lose. You're watching the puck too much. Credit to Davies. They're just moving. Just got in there a little bit, got behind my defenseman, just made a quick play, and like we talked about, getting this puck off your stick quick. It's quick release. You don't need a lot of time. You just got to be accurate.
Davies gets the first goal of the game. We'll listen in for Duffy Doback on the official goal call. It's Currents picking up goal number 8. We know that for sure. Here's Duffy Doback. Spiewak and Sahlberg are the ones that are in on the assists, and the top unit for Davies strikes for first blood here in this hockey game today. Minot High is a team that hasn't found themselves in this situation down one in the first period very often this year. Nice test here for Minot High against a good hockey team.
Definitely. Minot needs a tough game. You've got to, sometimes you need a wake-up call, get you going, but there's a lot of game left, but get back to being physical.
Shots are now 2-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Davies leading 1-0. Puck comes up to the line. Christensen's going to move it off ahead into the zone. Back underneath the Minot High goal. Giving chase here is Steederson. Comes away down to Strand. And Strand will carry it up to center. It's over the red stripe. Down the blue. Carrying down. Blocker side corner of Metcalf. Underneath the net for Coleman. Still giving chase is Coleman. Rides his man off the puck, and it's picked up here and worked away by Christensen. Christensen got it to the near side wing. Davies on the rush to center. Steederson again moves it off ahead over to the far side. Diebert will take it and dump it in. Davies goes out for fresh horses, 5 for 5 on the change. And the Magi had some real estate here with Deal, but now he's hounded as he works it back behind his own net. Deal trying to move it back away far wing. He does. Now he just carries out by himself. Sent it off ahead, too far in front of Schmeichel, but it was touched here. Schmeichel's got it underneath the goal line. Schmeichel sends it out front. Thompson, high rising shot missed. Had the chance to Oliver Thompson. Puck comes back away up to the neutral ice territory now, and it's going to be sent in on Keller. And with the stick, Keller will put that one up and into the protective mesh. Stop of the play here with 11:50 to play in our opening period. Good tempo to this hockey game early on.
Real good. It's good pace, and Davies is moving the puck up quick. They don't want to get pinned in their zone. They know Minot's aggressive and powerful on up front. It's just they want to get it out of their zone quick. That first pass, we talked about it. Quick, get it out, get it up the ice, and let your forwards do the work.
Lemon launches off ahead, comes back underneath the Minot High goal. Around the end boards it came. Giving chase down a deep Spiewak after it. Sahlberg down there as well, helping out. Comes back away up at center ice where Davies has possession again. It's turned back by Ingebrigtsen. Comes back away to Spiewak. He pushes it off ahead into the hands of Currents, and Currents sends it far side. Motors on here for Metcalf back behind the net. Work back up to the line, across the stripe it comes. Over from Spiewak, down in front of the net, sent out front there, trying to feed Currents, looking for his second to the game. But it's the Magi on the clear as they move it down and go off for a change themselves with under 11 to play in the opening period. Back in the neutral ice territory. Taken away, Panasuk. Panasuk dropped it back. Morelli fires the shot on goal, goes off the blocker. Comes back away up at the line. Earhart tried to hold it, sent out of the zone by the Eagles. Comes back away now for the Magi. No, it's not. It's going to be taken here by Netland. He dumps it down. Davies giving chase underneath the Minot High goal. There's no doubt about it. There's a different level of pace when you go east to west in the state of North Dakota when it comes to boys high school hockey, and Davies showing some of that speed here in this hockey game early on. Puck's touched for the high stick Didn't matter. It was covered up by Metcalf at the stop of the play. Face-off will come back out the neutralized territory. Why is it that it's like that in your mind, that they're just so much quicker? Is it just the level of competition all the way up into the high school world?
That's at the Eastern. There's just a different skill level out there. The teams they play, the amount of players they got, it's just everything. You can't ever count out Eastern teams. They think they have a down year. It's not really like that.
Keller made the pad save on the shot from the point that whistled in off of Diebert. Now it's Strand that will send it down underneath the net to Metcalf. Taken by Coleman from the goal line. Pitchfork back up to the line where it's going to be sent right back in. Touched by Coleman now in the corner, trying to give it back to Strand. Taken here by Davies, then working away to the near side wing. Steenerson trying to move it out of the zone. Earnhardt pinned it in, but here come the Eagles once again to center. Steenerson turning back into his own territory. Goes out of the tape there for Majerus. Going to be moved up into the neutral ice zone. Minot High's got it back now as Earnhardt sends it off here to Strand. Waits at the blue line, gets it off to Mackley Morelli, and Morelli will twirl at center with it, and Mack will carry it off in. Here's Rutlick with the puck. Rutlick, center slot. He'll walk down, fires a shot, tipped out in front. Possibly it went up into the protective mesh. And a stop of the play here with 9:19 to play in the opening period. Davies won, Minot High nothing.
Off your mind, there's no reason to panic. You just settle down, take a couple deep breaths. I mean, we got to get back to their. Minot's got to get back to playing their style. Davies is just moving the puck a little bit quicker. They're not giving Minot a lot of open space, that's their game plan.
One of the upgrades in the All Seasons arena, no doubt about it, is the subwoofers in the base they put in this place. It's like a Snoop Dogg concert in here, isn't it?
They needed it. A lot of this stuff was pretty old. I mean, this is an older building. It's just, this is the only, back in the old days, this was the only sheet ice Minot had, besides outdoor rinks. You can't count those, but they've changed things around, which is what you got to do.
Face off on the glove side of Metcalf. Puck comes away to Morelli. Couldn't keep a handle on it. Now it goes off of his skate. It's going to be freed over to Hagenow on the far side. Drops it down to Hudson Cope underneath the net. Feeds it out front. Nobody home for the Magi. Taken back away here. Working on it now is Sahlberg. Flips it up ahead to the neutral ice territory. Comes back into the hands of Pakaluk. And Pakaluk goes off to Deal. That pass was picked off. Hit the skates of Spiewak. Rolls down in front of the goaltender Devin Keller. Comes back away to Deal. Threw it into traffic. Comes back away now to Mackley Morelli. And Morelli's got it here where he flips it on out. Rolling puck comes all the way down to the Davies end. On the retrieve, Peterson. Peterson hounded there, but he got it away. Sent it up to neutral. Comes back into Minot High territory, and Deal's got it here where he sends it off back into offensive territory. Rushing down for the Magi. Shot was blocked there from Easton Bradley, and it comes back to the half boards on the far side. 8:05 to play opening period. Shot from the line came in. That one's going to be stuck aside by Metcalf. Up to center ice we go down for Davies. They rush it in. Comes back underneath the net. Kopich sent it underneath the goal line. Minot's going to send it right back out with Schmeichel. And now at center ice, it's taken here by Easton Bradley, who moves it back into the Davies end. Back behind the net. Schmeichel got it to Thompson. Delayed call coming here on Davies. Thompson's got possession, excuse me. Now Davies will touch. I missed what the call was, Matt, here, but regardless, Minot High is going to the power play.
Yeah, I think it was a hit down here right in front of us on the blue line there. That's a close call. I mean, I don't know if I probably would have let that go, but either way, Minot will take that. Minot's just got to do a little bit better job of watching those cross-ice passes. We're trying to make a too long of pass cross-ice. You can do that at certain times, certain levels, but most of the time in high school hockey, you shouldn't be doing it at all unless you have open ice, nobody in front of you. If you see any traffic, you probably should just skate it, chip it off the ice, chip it off the glass. But it comes down to making a little bit smarter plays. And don't panic, but be patient with the puck. Calm and cool usually works out better.
Andy Carton's got the officiating stripes on today. here at the All Seasons Arena. Talk about a veteran for that role. He's been doing that since back in the day when I played in the early 2000s. Magi power play going to work. Here's Morelli getting a handle on it, sent it over to Rutlick. Deal's going to try to pinch in on it, but it's taken here by the Eagles. They whack it out of the zone all the way down. It comes from Christensen, giving chase down and deep. Parmer causing trouble for the Magi. They've got possession now, and Strand will shovel it off ahead into the hands here of Deal. Deal makes a pass that connects with Morelli. Morelli will skate it in. Morelli looking for the outlet, spins off to the wall, far side. Now he goes to the point for Deal. Deal gets it back to Morelli. He can fire it, but he makes the play back to Deal. Sends it in, save Metcalf. Rebound comes right into the blue paint, yawning goalmouth, and it's swept out. Minot High had an opportunity to tie it at one, and the Davies goaltender made the save. 55 seconds remains, a ServPro power play tie. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. It's ServPro. Davies clears the zone. 85% penalty kill for Nate Metcalf's group on the season. Minot High's power play has been deadly. They've gone 14 for 33. That's 42%. It's a high number inside of this sport of hockey. If you could be around that 20 mark, you know you're doing something right. To the Magi have 14 power play goals on the year. Running out of the opportunity here on this man advantage with 20 seconds remaining. The extra attacker.
Kind of just some sloppy passing by Minot. You're on the power play. There's, make good passes. You have the advantage. You're making bad passes. You're making it easy for Fargo Davies.
Puck comes away to Oliver Thompson. Back at the line. Slapped in towards the net. Blocker save. Davies goes full strength. Minot's got the puck again at the point. Pack a luck here. Sends it in. Metcalf down to the pillows. He hangs on to it. And Davies is 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Minot's power play 0 for 1, obviously. And the ServPro power play had a couple chances in matchups like this. It just seems that when you've got a yawning goalmouth like that, you got to find a way to get it to the back of the net.
You've got to be hungry. You got to get. You see shots come in from the point. You've got to get to the front of the net. It's where the garbage is. Greasy goals. That's if you want them. That's where you have to go and expect to get hit. You're probably going to pay a price, but. Sorry, it's that, or do you want to score or not?
Coleman had the shot on goal. Metcalf had the save. All of a sudden, Minot's got a 7-4 shot advantage on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. But they trail 1-0, courtesy of the goal coming from Davies. It was Case and Current's 8th of the year. That's a team high. Oh, came right out in front of Keller. He had to kick the pad out. Puck's going to be sent up to center. Finley Bentz has it here. Bentz will dump it down back behind Metcalf. On the retrieve, picking it up, Duncan Metcalf. Hounded here and away with it. Coleman comes away with the puck somehow. Gets it off here to Tate Hagenau. Shuffles up to the line where goes off the hands there of Groschi. Back to the far point. Now a drive coming in. Tipped down in front. The Magi scored. We're tied at 1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, we talk about throwing pucks on net. It starts with making a good pass from Coleman there out to the point. You talk about defensemen either side. You've got to put them on net. They've got to be low. They need to, in order for a guy to deflect it or tip it, it's got to be somewhat, decent for him, low, preferably. Get their something to get their stick on, and can't fault the goaltender there. That just went up high, and good shot by the Minot defenseman.
Hagenau's got his second goal of the season. We'll get the official assist coming here. There is a penalty coming on the Magi. And it's Easton Panasuk that's going to go to the box on a 2-minute slashing. And now the Davies Eagles get their first power play of tonight's hockey game.
Well, you talk about penalties staying out of the box. Minot's done a pretty overall good job up till this point. In most games, we've had a few some dumb penalties. But, if your teams, you just drive coaches nuts when you're taking kind of unnecessary penalties like that.
26% power play for Davies, matching up against the 81% penalty kill for the Magi. ServPro power play on the ice for Fargo Davies. They dump it in. Keller went back behind the net to wrangle it down. Hard up off the glass, fired out to center. Roller comes out front to the Davies net. Metcalf pushes it off ahead here, and it comes away to Duncan Metcalf. 3:38 to play, opening period. 10-1. Puck comes down underneath the Minot high goal, taken and sent off the wall, held it at the point. Duncan Metcalf gets a handle on it, taken down by Deal. Back to center it goes as the Magi. Penalty kill looks good right now at this point. Cope and Marsland in on the assist for Hagenau's second of the season. 45 seconds remains of Serve Pro power play time. Pucks work back away here on the near side wall. Davies setting up the power play. Half a minute now remains on the Serve Pro man advantage. Taken and fired out, trying to hold the line there was Netland, but it was spun out of the zone by Finley Bentz. Netland back on the retrieve, sends it up to center ice. Here come the Eagles into offensive territory. Ingebrigtsen wheeling down, sends it away to the far side, letting it go up to the point. Are the Eagles where they set up shop and working around here. Comes to Netland again. Shot was blocked. He's got a lane now, wide open, far side. Yawning goal ball for Olaf Ingebrigtsen, his first of the year. Davies on top again.
Well, they're not going to miss from there. He has a wide open net. I mean, you're letting guys get too wide open, and I know you're shorthanded, but you've got to spread out. You got to know where the puck is. It just, those are easy goals. I mean, Nick, you could have scored that.
I think I probably could have. The yawning goal mouth.
I mean, you can't fault Keller on that. That's tough when let him out to dry. I don't know if he lost track of the sight of the puck or he got, fell down a little bit or something, but that's just too much time. I mean, anybody could have popped that one in.
Ingebrigtsen from Netland. Davies' power play goal gives them a 2-1 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Back behind the Minot high goal, Oliver Thompson shuffles it off to Richardson. Tries to fire it out. He does. Bouncing puck. Let's listen to Duffy Novak. Sahlberg's second point of the game. He's got an assist on that goal as well, Matt. 2-1, Davies on top. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University proud to support our mission of promoting local athletes here on the PSP Network. Good tilt so far here this afternoon. Under 2 to play in the first. Shots are now 9-8. Davies on top. And a 2-1 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Oh, I think it's just a lot of miscommunication on Minot's part. The defensemen are just making passes that aren't real crisp. They're not talking. I don't know if I can't tell, but you don't. It's got to be communication. It's so important. Some guys just I don't know why it's such a hard thing to do.
Here's Morelli into the zone, sends it across. Offsides, the call on the Magi, and the faceoff comes back out into the neutralized territory. .93 seconds to play opening period. Join us for our Magic Towing first intermission report. We'll have the highlights of the first, the numbers, and a look around the league as well. Davies with possession of the puck. They go up to center ice with it. Dumped off a hand into Minot high territory. Giving chase here is Christensen. Pokes it free. Steenerson shuffles it back around underneath the goal line now, where he went back to Diebert. Taken by Finley Bentz, and the Magi will start the rush back up to center. Panasuk, Scott Morelli dishes up. Morelli's got a breakaway. Here's Morelli. Nice play coming in defensively. Diebert lifted the stick of back Morelli, who is looking for his team high 31st point of the year. Well, we heard the 1 minute call from Duffy Novak. Under a minute to play opening period. Puck comes away for Davies. He'll dump it down underneath the net to Keller. Out of the net to play it. Spins it off ahead. Rutlick trying to clear the zone for the Magi. He will. Ryan Rutlick's got a trailer out in front with him as Schmeichel sends it out in front of the cage. Sent just wide. Half a minute to play, opening period. Schmeichel underneath the goal, trying to go back over to Strand. Now Rutlick's got it, comes back away far side. All right, kids, get ready to count them down. We're at 15 seconds to play in the period. Marsland from the point, fires in, save, rebound, wraparound opportunity out in front for Strand. Oh, if he would have been left-handed instead of right, it would have been 2-2. We are through one period of play on the PSP network. We've got ourselves 2-1 hockey game. Davies on top of Minot High School. Magic towing. First intermission report comes up next here on the PSP network.
This presentation on the PSP network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Up top, sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin it out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions. "17 minutes have been played, 34 remain in this East First West showdown. Fargo Davies 2, Minot High 1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Welcome into our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone down. You'll be glad that you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing bringing you the first intermission. Nick Holberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli. Matt, overall, your thoughts on that first period of play? It had a pretty good tempo, didn't it?
Well, I think Davies came out a little stronger. They kind of took it to Minot a little bit there. The shots are about even, but I think Minot was just they're just having some troubles just making like simple plays, and Davies isn't doing anything fancy. They're just moving the puck up quick. They don't want to get pinned in their zone for too long. That's not the game you want to get against Minot. And their goalie's making saves. A couple of those, against Keller from Minot. That's a tough break. The second one, like I said, I don't know. I just know that when you're that wide open for that long, everybody, a peewee could score those goals. So it's like Minot's got to get back to their game. Davies, I think the same game plan. Come out, probably get in their way, slow Minot down. Just they don't want to. You don't have to do anything real. It's like you don't have to try to out hit them or anything. But just get in their way, slow them down. Let your back checkers come back and help out. They're not doing anything fancy. We always talk about just making a simple play, throw it off the glass. There's times where Minot's not making the easy play. They're trying to make those long passes, cross-ice passes. Most of the time, you're not going to convert on those. You're better off, get your feet moving. I think Minot's standing around a lot. Give Davies credit. They came ready to go, and it's going to be. You got 2 periods. It's going to come down to the end. I feel it'll be a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it seems like a broken record, but any time that we're on the call for an East versus West showdown, that foot speed, that decision-making time is always a point of conversation. Certainly is here. Here's your numbers of the first period, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Davies' power play went 1 for 1. Minot's power play went 0 for 1. Both goaltenders have 8 saves. The only difference is the shots are 10-9 favoring Davies. That means they lead 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ryan Family Dealerships locations in Minot and Williston. Find them online, driveryan.com. There's the numbers presented by Ryan Family Dealerships. Here's a look at the game rewind, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. First one of the game out front. That was Currents, his team high, 8th of the year. Spiewak and Sahlberg were in on that play. Then Minot High is going to even the score. Tate Hagenow tips it on front, his 2nd of the year. Marsland shot it from the point. Cope was there on the assist, and then this is the one that Matt was talking about. Look at Ingebrigtsen wide open on the far side. Ingebrigtsen's first of the season. Netland and Sahlberg had the assists on the play, and that's where we stand at the end of our first period. 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Davies on top again. There's a look at those numbers, brought to you by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. Drive Ryan. Pregame.com. We'll take a break on our intermission reports. Brought to you by Magic Towing. If you blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing bringing you the intermission report here on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here. That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Up top, sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions. Time for our second period of play here on the PSP Network. If you're just joining us, Davies is in black, Bonnet is in white. Manshine from the right to the left on your TV screen. Davies from the left to the right here in the second. Nick Holberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Bonnet High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli. Finley Bentz sends it off to Morelli. He's back behind the net. Worked over to the far side wall, drops it back. Here's Panasuk on the retrieve for the Magi. Panasuk works it back off to Bentz. Now Morelli's got it from below the goal line. Morelli tried to feed it out front. Oh, it's going to be taken away there, knocked out of the zone. Nice defensive play from Davies, and it comes all the way down here where Deal will touch it. That will be an icing, brought to you by our friends at the UPS store located on South Broadway, the Magic City. It's the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. The UPS store, open 6 days a week for your convenience. Well, Devin Keller, the netminder on your screen right there, the Minot High goalkeeper with the best goals against average in the state of North Dakota. Saw 10 in the first period. He gave up 2. Goals came from Currents and from Ingebrigtsen. If you're just joining us, Minot's goal came from Hagenau. That's how Davies has mustered up the 2-1 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Up at center ice, Magi bring it back in with Rutlick. Rutlick trying to work it out in front of the net, taken away here by the Eagles. They go off of Ingebrigtsen over the red line and then dumped into the Minot High end, giving chase Christensen. Richardson there as well. Puck's gonna squirt free back out in front of the Minot High goal. Soccered off away. The Magi start the rush up to center. Strand got it to Rutlick. Rutlick's into the zone. Down to the corner he goes. Bodied off the puck, but it sits free underneath the goal line where it's going to be taken here by Ingebrigtsen. Richardson will hold it there. Now it's going to be pushed up to center ice. Davies on the rush into Minot High territory. Steenerson looking for the trailer. Back at the point. Voller sends it in. High riser just missed. Lemon trying to clear for the Magi. Goes to Richardson underneath the goal. Didn't get much on that clear attempt. Oh, look out. Coleman's rocked and then coming in. After the fact, there's going to be a couple Magi standing up for the teammates. Coleman, who went into the wall awkwardly. Will there be more than one penalty coming here after that altercation on the near side wall mat?
It could be. I mean, that's close. You're Minot, you're just not making good passes. You're making sloppy passes. There's some guys out there staying out for way too long. You can't stay out. You can't just think this is youth hockey and stay out for a minute and a half or longer. That doesn't work. You should find yourself on the bench is what it is. It's frustrating to see because these guys should know better. You got guys on the bench waiting to get out there. They're rested. You're hurting your team when you stay out like that because usually something bad's going to happen, especially in your own end.
Well, Nate Metcalf wanting to have a conversation with the officials here. 6-year head coach Davies not too happy about the 2-minute roughing and 2-minute charging call. Will go coincidental here as Love and Carton, the officials in the orange stripes, come over and talk to Nate Metcalf. Oh, it is a 5-minute major. I'm sorry. No wonder why.
Yep, that's why he's.
Thank you, Matt.
Obviously, yeah. That's why he's letting him have it, giving the ref what his opinion on it. I mean, they're a tough call, but if you're Minot, you take one. Now you have a 5, so really only have a 3-minute power play. So Minot got one for coming in there, and I mean, yeah, granted, you've got to come in there and help your teammate, but you take a penalty now instead of a 5-minute major, score as many as you want. Now we only got a 3-minute power play.
Davies with the puck. Here's a drive on goal, stuck aside by Keller. We skate 4-on-4 for the next minute 48. Then the Magi go to a serve pro power play and a major at that. Comes away here now to Schmeichel, sweeps it around to Pakaluk, back behind his own net. There's trouble down by that Zamboni door for Minot High's D here in the second period of play. Puck's going to be sent off down into Davies' territory. Icing is the call on the play. Faceoff will come back on Devin Keller's glove side here with 14:23 to play in the second period. 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Davies on top of Minot High School.
You can say what you want, non-conference game or not, play some other guys. You want to win every game. You want to eliminate mistakes, make good plays. Right now, Minot is not making the plays like they should be. Davies is just hanging in there. They're doing exactly what you want to do when you're on. So what you want when you're the road team. Keep it close. Give yourself a chance. It's just a lot of time misses just like that. You're not making. You have a chance to send a guy in on a breakaway and can't make a 15-foot pass. That's things that It's got to be improved. They've got to do better. That's the only way you can say it.
Look at the standings inside of the state of North Dakota. You see Minot's the only unbeaten team remaining inside of boys hockey here in the 24-25 campaign, sitting number 1 in the West region. Here's Finley Benz, motor's on. He's going to carry it down. Benz will fire. Oh, Metcalf robbed him. Puck comes back away up to center. Earhart's got it. Worked on there by Spiewak. Take it back away now here by Peterson. Peterson will shuffle it back over to the far side. Parmer up through the neutral ice zone. Spiewak gives chase here against Earhart to win off to Richardson, his D partner. 4-on-4 with a lot of open ice out here as Finley Benz has the motor on again. Puck's taken by the Eagles. They work it to the near side. Vohler's going to bring it up to the neutral ice territory. Vohler's got it back now right over the red stripe, and he'll carry it. Vohler drops it away here on the near side. Off of Sahlberg. Minot High's got the rush here as it's taken by Strand. He spins off with it. He's going to set up shop here. Then Strand coughed it up on the near side wing. 2-for-2 scrum ends up in the hands of Deal. Tried to feed it off to Morelli. Brought it back to Panasuk. Up at the point. Strand now looks towards the net. Back door. Oh, what a play that was. Panasuk hit the side of the net.
Oh, boy, you got to bury those. You just don't get many chances like that. You've got to connect. You have to. No other way to say it.
5-minute power play. Worked down to a 3-minute power play. The Magi work on the man advantage now on the major. Here for the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It's a Serve Pro power play. And the Magi have the guns out. They go back to retrieve back behind the net of Keller here with Deal.
Well, since it's a major, they should be able to score as many as they want. As many as they can, I should say.
Morelli will carry it down underneath the goal. Here's Mac Morelli. Surveying, looking up top, dropped it back over to Deal. Morelli's going to get it back. He's going to walk in. He'll fire. It was blocked out in front. Hard wrister, but Jarris got in the way of it. Comes away to Rutlick, sent it wide on the glove side. Now Panasuk up to Deal. Panasuk back to Morelli, sends it to the top shelf. Mac shoots and scores, and we're tied on the power play goal.
Well, last power play, you got to hit the net. You got to take advantage of a power play. You're still on the power play because it's a major. I think that's, if we should be right. I think don't have a rule book up here, but I think it still goes and get as many as you can. And you got to make, if you're going to make Davies pay the price, well, then you bury him on the power play. You don't look back. Stay out of the penalty box.
10th goal of the year for Mackley Morelli, and the Magi tie it at 2. The work with 1:55 remaining of Serve Pro power play time on the major penalty that was called to Parmer on the charging. Here comes Oliver Thompson. He had a multi-point night to get Century, an 8-2 win for the Magi on Tuesday. It's going to be taken and lifted on out here by Davies. Minot will give chase back here with Richardson. Off to his partner, Pakaluk. Through the neutral ice territory. Thompson carries in. Finley Benz crashing towards the net. Fired out front, and the stop was made for Metcalf. Pakaluk handling here. Gets it back at the point. Pakaluk to his partner, Richardson. Now Richardson's going to walk in with it. Sends it to the center slot. Coleman turns it on goal. Stick save Metcalf. Minot High buzzing on the Serve Pro power play with 1:07 remaining of the man advantage. Comes away now to Richardson, then Pakaluk. Richardson back up top. Sends it off a shin pad. Coleman wrangles the rolling puck and works it back to the point. Richardson to Pakaluk. Back to Richardson. Over now to Coleman. Sent it out front. Magi had the opportunity, forced down into the center slot. And now it's Davies that will clear it down. They go off for fresh skaters, and the Magicians have possession here. Tegan Strand up through center ice. Strand got it to Panasuk. Back to Strand. Strand surveying here. Tried to go to Rutlick. He did. Rutlick occupied in that space by Spiewak. Comes back away down to Morelli on the wall. 31 points on the year now for Mac Morelli. He's going to walk and fire again. That time it was blocked away with the shin pad. Morelli gets it again. He'll turn and fire. Oh, he rang the goal post. Back up top. Morelli again. Tried to feed it out front. It's going to be taken and spun out of there by Davies, and all the way down it will come. That will do it for the Serve Pro power play. And Minot Serve Pro power play sits at 1 for 2 now in the hockey game. Morelli nailed the pipe on that play, didn't he?
Whoa. Boy, solid. Got to keep firing, though, if you're Minot.
All the way down it comes. This will be an icing on the Magi. Well, coming into the game, Mac Morelli sitting on 30 points in 11 contests, trying to track down the all-time record for most assists in a season. Mackley coming in at 21 assists into tonight's game. He'll get into the top 10 with 9 more, tying Jeff Bradall if he can make that happen. Pretty good company there when you look at that assist record at Minot High School. Jordan Willard, the co-head coach, had 45 assists in 2004, 2005. Didn't hurt when he played with Andy Ninnis and Rody Selk, who both played the USHL. All 3 of those guys went on to the USHL after that season. That was quite a year. That was one of the best Minot High hockey teams that we have ever seen. They got beat in the opening round of the state tournament, however. Bouncing puck rolls in on goal. Keller moves it off ahead, comes away down to Schmeichel. Picked off at center ice there by Diebert. Right back in with an odd-angle shot. Fired on. Hard wrister there from Luke Voller, looking for his first goal of the year, but Devin Keller went down and shut the door.
Well, I think you've got to settle down. You're Minot. You're missing plays along the wall, not chipping it to your another teammate. The boards are like another player. Get it, chip it off the wall. You got a guy with a full head of steam. Let them go and catch it. But we're just, for some reason, sometimes teams struggle with easy, fundamental stuff. I don't know what, not just Minot, but Davies too. Gives coaches just an instant headache when you're not making fundamental plays like you should for a high school player.
Halfway in, halfway home in this showdown. So much of that, I feel like, is that the game has changed and it's no more meat and potatoes. It's gotten to be such a fancy thing, Matt, and that seems to be maybe a piece of the problem when it comes to some of those simplistic plays. There's Finley Bent's side of the net trying to fire it in. There's a big hit by Bentz. Chipped up off the wall. Richardson pinched in, but it's taken up off the boards and set down by Ingebrigtsen. Yeah, if you made some of those mistakes back in your days at North Dakota, probably wouldn't have seen the ice much.
Well, you wouldn't play the rest of the game. It's like, go to the middle of the bench, get comfortable. You've got to make simple plays. The game isn't that hard, but when you're not making easy passes and you can't catch a pass, that's not the recipe you're looking for. And some of these coaches, you won't play. They're going to get other guys out there. I'm sorry. It's just, that's the fact of the game. This isn't youth hockey where it's equal ice time. They're trying to win games. The coaches got pressure too. They want to win just as bad as the player does.
Down to the near corner. It's going to be flipped up. Davies on the rush. They've got numbers into the zone. Spiewak trying to feed it out front. The all-EDC player was picked off. Here comes Rudlick back the other way in front of the net. Metcalf goes down. He'll hang on to it. And Metcalf makes another stop. That's the 15th shot on goal in this hockey game. Well, you've heard that name Metcalf quite a bit in today's contest. The netminder, Breckin Metcalf. Duncan Metcalf playing the blue line here with 7 points on the year. And, of course, Dad's the bench boss. Nate Metcalf in his 6th year as the head coach of Davies. East Grand Forks was his hometown. Played for the Green Wave back in the day before he played for the Fargo Moorhead Ice Sharks. Then he went on to play at the Minnesota State UMAD Canor, play for Minnesota State and the Mavericks before playing professional hockey for a handful of years. He knows his way around the rink, no doubt about that. Puck's underneath the goal line. Blocker side of Devin Keller. Freed here now by Deal. He'll shuffle it up to the near sideline. Deal just couldn't clear it out. Comes back away. Keller makes a save. Now Deal tries to clear it again. Comes to Schmeichel, and Schmeichel will do that now as he pushes up into neutral ice territory. Take it up off the glass. Deal back with it. Fires it off ahead. Dumped in from center. Caught with a catching mitt of Keller, and Keller Leaves it aside, drops it back away here to Deal. Goes back up to center ice. Here come the Magi. Morelli's got a man with him. It's Rutlick. Morelli to Rutlick. He'll turn and fire. Oh, he sent it off the pad.
Oh boy, you just glorious chances. You've got to bury those if you're Minot. You can't ask for much more. I mean, you're outplaying these. You're starting to get some better offensive chances, but it's like, geez.
Morelli sent it out front for Panasuk. Fired in from the line. The Magi have scored and taken their first lead of the hockey game. Well, that's a big goal for Earhart as he tucks it in. Second of the season. And Earhart from the top of the circle through traffic. And the Magi lead 3-2.
Sorry, you talk about putting, good things happen when you just fire it on net and in the direction of the net. They don't always, you're a defenseman, sometimes you don't have a lot of time. You just got to make sure you put it in the general area of the net. If somebody can, hey, if somebody's screening the goalie, then that's even better. And I don't think he saw it. Tough break for Metcalf. But like I said, long game, there's lots of time left.
5:18 to play here in the second. It's been a teeter-totter affair here in this contest. On angle, sent out front. Keller makes the stop. Well, Morelli and Panasuk are in on the assists for Minot High School. Well, going back to that assist record graphic, 30 is the number to crack the top 10 for Mac Morelli. I have to think it's safe to say he's probably going to at least get into the top 10. He's now sitting with 22 assists here this year. Here come the Magi back up to center ice. Minot High seemed to maybe pick up the tempo just a bit here in the second, like you mentioned.
Well, I think they woke up a little bit. And you get in scoring a couple of goals. It's good for confidence, but still, you've got to get back to your game.
Oh, what a save from Keller out front.
Davies isn't going to go away. They want it just as bad. I mean, that's competition. It's the way it should be.
Puck at center ice, floats into the Minot High zone. Coleman went back off to Lemon. At center, it's going to be picked up and sent in from Ingebrigtsen. Hail Mary pass up to center, intended for Coleman. Off the stick of the D-man here on the near side wall. Nice play there from Gigstead. Bouncing puck in on Keller. He'll go down and hang on to it. And Devin Keller comes up with the stop. 4:02 to play here in the second. 3-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It is the second period, by the way. We don't have control of the scoreboard, just taking that digital number off the board here today. Keller, Metcalf, both of the top 5 in North Dakota when it comes to goaltending. And that goals against average number. Both kids have played well here today, and all of a sudden Metcalf has seen 18. He's turned aside 15 of the 18 that Minot High School has sent his way. Here's a chance. Top shelf. Oh, what a play that is.
Minot's just giving up too many outnumbered chances. I mean, you pinch in there, you don't get the puck, you don't get a body. It's tough. I mean, you're not giving Devin Keller a lot of help when you're giving up 2-on-1s, and Shanley's been just misfiring on a few of the passes. Otherwise, they'd have even more. So if you're Minot, you've got to you can't really be pinching and taking a chance if you don't have a third guy high pick up that Davies guy.
Kopich got it off to Parmer, and Parmer put it to the top shelf. We're tied at 3. Pretty sure that was 19 for Davies. Brody Parmer, his 4th of the year. We'll listen in to Duffy Novak for the official goal call. Here it is. Davies with possession again. Back up to the point, sent in. Keller goes down, he'll hang on to it. Farmer from Kopich.
I mean, you're in on a 2-on-1. You've got to play the guy without the puck. That's just a kind of an unwritten rule in on a 2-on-1, and that's just a tough break. I can't think of who was out there, but let the goalie take the shooter.
Blocker save from Keller. Goes down to the far side wall. Morelli's lined back out for the Magi. Panasuk got it back away to Finley Bentz. Now Bentz trying to work it through the neutral ice zone. The bouncing puck is going to be taken here and worked back into the hands now of Richardson. Right through the neutral ice zone. Comes back away now here for the Magi. Goes off of Bentz. Works it backwards into his own end. And Davies tries to regain possession of the puck here. Now Morelli takes it away. Slaloms his way through the neutral ice territory. He's hauled up. Delayed call coming here on Davies. And Minot High will go back to the Serve Pro power play of the holding call. Ooh, Davies doesn't like that call very much, Matt, as Morelli was hooked up on the play. 2-minute holding. And into the box for Davies goes number 18 rather. That's Duncan Metcalf. And the Minot High power play that has gone 1 for 2 today comes back out onto the ice surface. Again, cooking right now at 42% against the 85% penalty kill for Davies. Deal up top to Panasuk. Back to Deal. Now Morelli. Here's Deal from the point. Sent in. Rutlick got in front of the net. Rutlick fires, saves, side of the cage. Panasuk tucks it home.
It was kind of bouncing around a little bit there. Hit the pipe and came behind the goalie, and that's a tough break for Metcalf there. You got so much traffic in front, he can't see it. You're just praying it squirts out into the corner and not back in front. And it was sometimes when you're in front of the net, you've got to have your stick on the ice. That's just the way it is. Have it on the ice because that puck can come so quick. If you got it up by your waist or holding it up high, you're going to miss out on a scoring chance. That's basically a tap in for Tegan Strand just because it popped out and went right on his stick.
Tegan Strand's 5th of the year. I called it as Panasuk. It was Strand that tucked it home.
Okay, that's good. I took a guess. I figured it was him.
I believe there was an unsportsmanlike call after the Minot High goal, a power play tally. Their second power play goal.
Okay, so that should be another power play.
I believe we're going to see another power play coming here for the Magi.
A bench minor, you think?
I think it was on the goaltender Metcalf, if I'm not mistaken. That Nate Metcalf not very happy over on the Davies bench. It will be another Minot High power play. We're going to send somebody over to serve the penalty here on Brecken Metcalf. And the unsportsmanlike call. Now all of a sudden we've got a whole swarm in the box here for Davies. There's 4 in the box here, Matt.
Geez, I don't remember seeing that many guys, cause infractions to go in there. I mean, we were on the power play, and then now you said there's another one. So the guy that was in the box when we scored the goal should come out.
I'm a little confused on what's going on here as well. The
could be a 5-on-3 for Minot.
Conversation continuing over with Andy Carton and the box staff here, trying to.
Oh boy, thank goodness I'm not running the book. It's a scorekeeper's nightmare when you're down there and there's all those penalties and you're writing and you got to figure out the times on the clock. It's like, oh, thanks.
While they're working on it here, still is now a 2-minute penalty goes up on the board. However, there's 4 players in the box here for Davies. There's going to be 2 2-minute power plays up on the board. It will be a 5-on-3 for Minot High School.
We'll have to listen to what it is. I think you're right. It might have been 2 unsportsmanlikes.
Duncan Metcalf and Luke Voller into the sin bin. Minot's got a 5-on-3 power play and a 4-3 lead. Power play brought to you by ServPro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology at ServPro. Down and deep, comes back to Morelli. Strand sent it away from the tape of Morelli, but he regathers and sets it up here. Back to Morelli. He'll walk and fire. All high riser just missed on the blocker side. Volder and Metcalf were assessed on sportsmanlike penalties, Matt. And a minute 23 remains of this 5-on-3 power play for the Magi. Panasuk off to Morelli here, sends it back over. Deal back to Morelli. Panasuk yawning goalmouth. Oh, he sent it back out front.
Shoot the puck.
Comes back away down to Morelli. Back up top. Deal's got it. Back over to back Morelli. Back door. Panasuk waits and fires. He hit the goal post. Back Morelli up top. Under a minute remaining on the 5-on-3 power play. Net comes off its pegs.
Oh boy, I'm not really sure what he was thinking there. Panasuk, you got an open net. Just fire that. I mean, I don't really know how much better you want it there when you're on the power play 5-on-3. Make it hurt. You already got him on the ropes.
54 seconds remains of the 5-on-3. Serve pro man advantage for the Magi. Deal up top. Goes off to Morelli here. Back away down to Deal. Gives it back over to Panasuk in the circle. Panasuk gets it back. Here's Morelli. He'll turn and fire. Nice block shot there. Goes off the skate of Diebert. Back away down to Deal. Here's Panasuk, bottom of the circle, surveying, trying to go back door to Strand. Morelli will have to regather, top of the circle, comes away. Deal back to Morelli. He can whip it, fires it up. That one off the blocker of Metcalf. Back to Panasuk. Now Deal, Panasuk, Morelli again. Turns and fires to the top shelf. Max got two. Minot's got a 2-goal lead.
Well, you want to make it hurt for Davies. You pop him on the power play. Teach him to stay out of the box. That's a bad break for Davies. You're in it. There's a lot of time left, but you can't be taking all these penalties one after another. It's tough enough to kill him off. Minot's power play is, when you do the math, I don't think the percentages lie. That's been clicking pretty good. Why give him even more, especially a 5-on-3?
Panasuk and Deal set up back Morelli for his second goal of the game. And another power play tally taken away by Davies, shorthanded out in front. Now it's the Magi that work it back up to center. Off of Schmeichel on the far wing. Magi have to regroup back behind their own net. Davies goes back to full strength. We're down to 3 seconds in the period. Here comes the horn.
Oh boy, just sloppy play by Minot at the last minute of this period, 45 seconds. You're in your own zone. I don't really know what you're thinking. You should be thinking, let's get out of this period, but you're just making bad passes. Guys, 2-3 guys are skating by the puck inside the blue line. That's not nobody talking. Lack of communication. It's like, oh boy. I mean, come on, you guys. This level of play, you shouldn't be making mistakes like that.
Got ourselves a hockey game. Nevertheless, 8 goals have been scored. Most recent, Mac Morelli's second power play tally. Let's move to our Magic Towing second intermission report. Comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Up top, sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin it out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions. .34 of the 51 minutes have been played tonight here at the All Seasons Arena. Minot came unloaded in the second. 4-goal second period for Minot High. And they lead 5-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Welcome back into our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad that you did. 701-509-4011. Lot to get to here, Matt, as 8 goals have been scored. That's a full recap that is on its way. Here's the game rewind brought to you by our friends at DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online at DriveRyan.com. Locations in Minot and Williston. Davies got things started in the first. It was Currents picking up his 8th of the year. That's the team high for Davies coming into the showdown. Spiewak, Solberg had the assist. Then it was Marsland from the point, tipped out in front by Hagenow, his 2nd of the year. Hudson Cope was in on that play as well for the Magi. Davies got a 2-1 lead. That's how we went to the second. Wide open there was Ingebrigtsen, first of the season. Pentland and Solberg had the assists on the play. 2-1 at the end of one. We'll hop out of here and come back. The rest of that game rewind in just a moment. Shots of the first were 10-9 Davies. Shots of the second were 12-6 Minot High School. And it was Mac Morelli on the power play from Panasuk. Morelli picking up his 10th. Earhart got another goal to tie the game back up. His 2nd of the year. Earhart for Minot High, his 2nd of the year, assisted by Morelli and Panasuk. Then it was Kipich and Parmer. They got on the board. Parmer's 4th of the year. Then Tegan Strand's 3rd of the year, followed by Morelli's 11th and 2nd of the game. Deal and Panasuk had the assist. That's how we get to 5-3. Goaltender saves in the second, 8 for Metcalf. 5 for Minot High's Devin Keller. What was it about that second period of play for Minot High? What changed for them in the second to allow them the ability to jump into the lead the way they have here, scoring 4 and kind of coming on hook there the second?
Well, I think they said they woke up a little bit, but still, you're Davies. You've got to stay out of the penalties, good or bad. Whether you agree with the call or disagree, or you think you got shorted on a call, you've got to stay calm and cool. You know, you're the coach back there. You have a job to do. You lead by example. I don't know if the unsportsman was on Coach Metcalf. I'm thinking it was, but you've got to stay controlled. You know, these young guys, they see the coach, coming unglued and letting the refs have it and giving people a hard time and losing their tempers. What do you think a player does? It's kind of the same thing. So Davies got to get back to the game. They got to get back to that first period of play. They were aggressive. They were working hard. They're making, putting things on net. So either way, Minot said Keller had a couple big saves right at the end of that period, close to the end of that period. Otherwise, it could be a tie game.
Couple opportunities here in this hockey game as well. You'll see in this highlight package. Metcalf has played well in goal for Davies, and I think it's fair to say Keller has as well. There's just a booming wrist shot for Mackley Morelli. He could fire it without question. Morelli's got 2 in this hockey game. There's the one coming here from Earhart, sent it in. I don't think Metcalf saw that one and found the top shelf. That gave Minot the 3-2 lead. Then Davies firing back here with the opportunity. On this play, the open feed out front. That was a big save by Keller, however. Rest of these highlights, again, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. In the third period coming up here, Matt, is there one key for Minot High School to maintain a 5-3 lead?
Well, I think you just get back to your style. Minot likes to play aggressive and physical, but you got to stay out of the box. Don't get sucked into any of that stuff. And I think Minot just stick with simple plays coming out of your own zone. Making these long cross-ice passes, that's not the way you do it. The coach has got to address that, because we've had a lot of games where they're just making too many long passes. They're easy to read. The opposing defensemen are just stepping up and knocking them down, intercepting. Why not make a simple pass? Skate it. You draw somebody to you. Make the game so much easier. It will improve their play, and it'll help you in your own zone when you're having trouble. Like I said, you're the defenseman back there. The last people you need panicking are the defensemen.
Well, here's the numbers on paper. The big one that stands out to me, 3 for 4 on the power play, and the Serpro man advantage for Minot High School. The guns are out for the Magi here tonight, and certainly that has been an X factor in the game. Take away 3 of those power play goals, and Davies has a 3-2 lead.
For sure. Special teams, you talk about the importance of it, staying disciplined, not taking dumb penalties. Some of those penalties, when they had 4 guys in the box, I don't think we caught all those, but that's a tough break for Davies. You're on the road. You don't give Minot's power play has been successful. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best around and best that Minot's ever had, but if it's been pretty good, why give him more opportunities on the power play? And then you put a 5-on-3 in there. Oh boy, that's just, like you say, that's just adding insult to injury, and you can't blame Metcalf. He's been making some good saves. He's been busy. There's been games where Minot's had even more shots against opponents, but all in all, he's still made some good saves. Davies is looking for that. They're looking for those outnumbered chances. That's where they've been successful.
Well, we start 5-on-5 here in the third. Minot High is in white. Davies is in black. If you're just joining us, Nick Holberg again with Matt Morelli, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout on the call from the All Seasons Arena here today. Minot High will ice the puck off the opening draw of the third. That icing brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing and free consultations either online or in the office. It's Prestwich Orthodontics. Here's a look at the top scorers in the state. Mackley Morelli with a 3-point night. He's going to move up to 33 at least here in this hockey game. Patasuk with a 3-point night. He'll go to 28. Rutlick's got some points tonight as well. And those top 3 for Minot High continuing to impress. Top units out for the Magi now as the puck comes back underneath Devin Keller's net to the blocker side. Poked away here by the Magi. Pakaluk tried to clear it out of there. Comes back up to the line. Davies with possession off of Majerus. Fired over. That one went just wide. Comes back away. Uh-oh. Something might be wrong with Devin Keller. Equipment issue possibly. Looks like he's settled in now as it comes back away here to Mackley Morelli. 1-on-3. Mac getting fancy. Then Morelli's going to be hauled up on the play. Underneath the net. Morelli still tied up down and deep. Or tying up Majerus. Morelli ends up on the ice here. The Davies fans are not too impressed with the no call on that play. Rutlick uses the body to free the puck off away, but it comes into the hands of Currents. Physicality was the key to the game for the Magi in the pregame here tonight. That key to the game for the Magicians was playing physical early in the contest. I don't think they did that very well in the first period, but they certainly were better in the second, and that's how they were able to outshoot Davies in that second, 12-6 in the middle period of play, and they also outscored the Eagles by a 4-1 margin. Uh-oh, look out, Andy Carton. The official just took a hard fall on the near side. Comes away to Coleman, trying to feed it out front.
A pretty clean hit.
Yeah, hopefully Andy's okay.
Yeah, feel bad. He took the worst of that.
Hopefully Andy's okay. That was a hard fall for the veteran official in this contest.
When the referee falls like that, does he still have to buy beer after the game? Usually when that's the rule. If a referee falls down, they have to usually buy a round for the rest of the referee team.
You know, I think that's still intact. However, there should be some sort of bylaw in there for those referees when you get taken out like that it's really not your fault.
Probably have to let that one go.
Up to center ice. Marsland will skate it out for the Magi. Marsland dumps it in with the backhand. Minot went off for a change. Marsland sends it out in front of the net. Taken by Davies now. The puck is head man forward up into offensive territory. Kupich has it here. He's going to move it back with a backhand. Over to Earhart. Back out the half wall. Comes back away now to the Eagles with possession. They're going to move it back underneath the goal line. Kupich back up to the point. Taken away. Strand had it for just a second. Held in. Fired on. Keller blocker save on the rush from Davies. Up to center now for the Magi. Bradley trying to get a handle on it there. Davies with possession. They move it off ahead. This one gets past Netland. All the way down it comes. This will be an icing and a stop in the play with 13:52 to play here in the third. Planet Pizza brings you the icing. Planet Pizza. Stop in Monday through Friday from 11 to 2 at Planet Pizza for their lunch buffet. It's got to be one of the best in the Magic City without question.
Oh, just start talking about it, you kind of get hungry.
Yeah, Blue Buffalo sounds good tonight. They'll deliver 701 852-1700. It's Planet Pizza. Minot High takes the puck away down and deep, right in front of the net. Toganow, shot save. Metcalf. Now we've got some rough stuff. Uh-oh, Thompson takes the stick up high there from Mason Peterson. The boys will be boys, and the tempers start to flare here in the third. Well, again, top producers inside the state. James Larson having a nice year from Grafton Park River. Diesel from Central with a nice year as well. Chase Collings sliding outside of that top 10 from Williston. Puck comes back away down to Thompson. Got it back away down to Hagenow. Spins in the corner. Dane Hagenow surveying up top. Tipped down in front by Thompson. They scored. The Magi lead 6-3.
Well, might have got a lucky break there. Went off his pad, shin pad. Tough break for Metcalf. But sometimes when you're putting things on net, you're putting it in the direction of the goaltender. All you can do is, we always talk about they don't have to be picture perfect, but if they go in, even better.
Thompson off the shot from Tate Hagenow. And Oliver Thompson's got back-to-back games with multi-points for Minot High School. Puck's loose in front of the Magi goal. Now comes back away far side to Boulder. Into the catching mitt of Devin Keller. He'll hang on to it. You look at the Magi coming into the showdown here today. They sit on an 11-0 mark on the season. For anybody watching out east, they just got done competing in the Roseau Holiday Tournament where they went 3-0 out in Roseau with wins over the Roseau Rams. Robinson, Armdale, and Lake of the Woods as well. Robinson, Arundel, is that what that is?
It's Armstrong Cooper.
Armstrong Cooper, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, the Excel spreadsheet on my cheat sheet here cut off. Here's the goal call, by the way. Hagenow sets up Thompson. Oliver Thompson's got 5 now in the season. Panasuk to Morelli. That's a hat trick for Mac Morelli.
Well, you just talk about redirecting it. You don't, I mean, look at that. That wasn't even a hard shot. It really wasn't. It wasn't a shot. It was just a redirecting of the puck, and tough on the goalie when like that. They don't have a chance to get set. We talk about it. You don't have to, you know, keep the game simple. You know, Minot's had some breaks, but Davies has also had some breakdowns inside the worst times. You don't want to be. You've got to stick with the guy. Everybody's got a guy, you know, where you have to watch him. You just can't get, you know, looking at the puck and forget who you're supposed to pick up. It was just a simple drop pass and just a give and go, and that's what hockey a lot is. A lot of it's just give and go. Is making a pass, turning it up ice, getting your speed, get your feet moving, and just a 5-10 foot pass for a goal or a chance.
Strand down a deep, got it off to Rutlick. Back to the Magi being 11-0 on the campaign. It's not like they've had nothing but muffins on the schedule, Matt. Running roughshod in the West region right now. Here's a delayed call coming on the Magi. It's going to be an elbowing penalty charge to Strand or Coleman.
I think Strand, probably trip, elbow.
Minot high on the season. Here's some numbers for you. They've outscored their opponent 64-18. That's quite a margin. That's 5.8 per game for the Magi compared to the 1.6 that they've given up. They've outshot their opponents 422-160, and that number to me is pretty astronomical when you look at only surrendering 13 shots per game. Davies has found a way to get 19 on them here in this hockey game today, but the Magi finding their rhythm. They've got another 7-goal performance here in this East vs. West showdown, coming off a 10-1 win with the JV over Hayes and Beulah. Out in front. Oh, second opportunity was there. Davies almost struck for their second power play goal of the game. Sent just wide. Might have beat Century just the other night, 8-2. Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Century's the other dog inside the West, according to the coaches. Shot on goal went up on a play off the stick of Devin Keller. Century dropped in the standings all the way down to that number 4 spot, but they're a 7-3-1 hockey team. Their 2 losses in the conference come to Minot High. Minot beat them 2-1 and 8-2 on the year. Jamestown Legacy occupy the 2-3 spots. Serpro power play remains out here for Davies for 1:23. It's only Davies' second power play of the game as it's worked from back in behind the net. Taken back away here by the Eagles. They set up shop with the man advantage, and Currents has it here on the near side. Delay call coming.
Yeah, that's probably the good call. Cross check. You get excited, and I know guys get revved up and you think you're getting shorter on a few. You just have to be disciplined. You know, keep things in control. I mean, you knew after Davies filled the penalty box, you knew the next 1 or 2 were probably going to be on Minot. That's the way it is. Sorry, that's just numbers. Don't know what to tell you. They haven't. Those are easy calls for referees. We're making it easy on them. You don't let them back in the game. There's still plenty of time.
Serpro power play is a 5-on-3 for Davies. They've got possession up top with Spiewak. Spiewak across. Taken by Solberg. 2-point game for Solberg as he gets it back here. Solberg sends it in. High riser just missed. Bottom of the circle, wide open out front. Shot came in just wide of Keller. Tucked back in. Back behind Keller. Davies is back on the board with the power play tally.
Well, he threw it out front and it hit a player's skate. Hit one of the Minot defensemen's skate and just got behind Keller. You can't blame him on that. That's just Davies. Smart play by Davies, throwing it out front, and Keller was going one way, and the defenseman hit his skate or shin pad, and it's a tough break for Minot. You're trying to kill off a penalty. You just, like we were saying, don't give him any extra motivation. You got 11 minutes to go. They're only down 3. That's only a couple shots.
Connor Peterson's the one that, Hunter Peterson. No, it is Connor Peterson that put it into the back of the net. His 5th of the year. Let's listen in to make sure that we've got it right. There's Caden Steenerson, number 9 on the goal.
Yeah, another penalty.
Relly will touch it here. Hooking the call, and Davies is going to go on the Serve Pro power play. 5-on-3 again here, Matt.
I told you. I mean, didn't we say before the period, stay out of the penalty box? I think one of us did. Don't want to quote someone, but I thought we said be disciplined, stay out of the box. Now you're just kind of starting to scramble a little bit. I mean, why give Davies any life in these games? I just don't get it.
Back up top, Davies works with 1:03 of Serve Pro power play time. Underneath the goal line, it comes away to the near side. Panasuk pushes out to neutral. Yeah, this one's not over yet by any means, folks. 3-goal cushion against a team that averages 3 per night. They've scored 41, but they've got some guns. One of them has it here. It's Spiewak, the All-East region player. Spiewak gets it again, fires on, stick on puck from Deal, and it sails up into the protective mesh.
Yep, nice play by Deal. Quick hands there. We gotta say thanks to these grandparents and people who are watching from long ways away. I've been meaning to say hi to old Johnny Deal up in Canada. Said I've heard pickleball's in his is one of his hobbies. You better step it up, Johnny, because I don't think you're going to beat me.
John, I don't know if you want to take that challenge against Matt Morelli. Here's a drive coming in, sent wide.
We could play for maybe a 6-pack of an adult beverage, Canadian adult beverage, and we'll figure out a day and time.
I would like to be in on that as well. I'll be in the JV matchup. Here's a drive on goal. We got ourselves a game. Sent out front. Luke Voller tucks it home.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like deja vu for Minot. They had power play chances. Now you're taking Davies having their chance. They're just finding the open guy, and those are easy goals for Davies. You're not going to miss. You got an open net. You got a quick shot. Most players aren't going to miss those chances.
I apologize. That's Peterson. Steenerson, excuse me. I'm having such a hard time seeing these Davies numbers. I do apologize.
Do you have your Red Bull today?
Well, I did. It's the not making excuses, but there's the net in front of us here. The lighting's a little bit dim, and it's just a bit tough for me to see. I do apologize. Back-to-back goals for the young man Steenerson, both on the power play.
They've got a ton of time left, and that's the Davies' advantage. They're gonna double shift their guys. Why wouldn't you? They got nothing to lose.
Puck comes away to the Magi. Earhart sends it out. 7-5 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. All the way back in behind the Eagle net. It's picked up here. 30 seconds of Serve Pro power play time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power play goals in the hockey game. Minot's got 3 of them. Davies has the other 2. When you get 2 good teams locking horns like this with some skill, you know that the man advantage is going to play a factor. It certainly has here. Look at Rutlick. Short-handed. Oh, that's a big hit on the near side wall.
Come on. Jeez. That's just a clean shoulder. I'm sorry, but that's not, boy, I don't know. I think you're playing the scoreboard a little bit. Call it what you want, but I don't know about that. He just, when you have a guy somebody that's stronger and just a good hit, it's not an automatic penalty every time. Just don't know why. I don't know. I don't want to ref. That's a tough job, but oh man, you're starting to let penalties take over this game.
4th power play of the 3rd period for Fargo Davies. And they work on a minute 52 of Serve Pro power play time. Back behind their own net. They're going to set it up here. Netland is on the score sheet to start the scoring here today. Netland's going to go coast to coast. Back underneath the Minot high goal. Comes away to Richardson. Tries to clear it out. Back at the point. Shuffled down to the near corner. Work back underneath the goal now. Comes away to Majerus. Taken by the Magi and cleared out from Richardson. Well, you better buckle up tight. This one's not over yet. 2-goal lead for the Magi. Dwindling down here in the third as Davies has some fight left in the dog. Steenerson near side. Hits the brakes. Surveys up top. Steenerson gets it back. Now it's sent out in front. Back door. Here's a drive. Keller made the save. Taken and sent up to the near line. Out of the zone it goes. Eagles on the retrieve back at center. And Spiewak will send it right back in. Giving chase. This is Persons down in deep. 22 rather. Sahlberg out in front of the Minot high goal. Taken and sent out by Pakaluk. Now Spiewak going to come back to retrieve in his own territory as Coleman lays off the throttle just a bit and goes back into the defensive structure here for Minot High. He takes it and sends it right back in. 20 seconds now expiring on the Serve Pro power play as the Eagles work it here with under 7 to play in the third. Up to center. It's going to be dumped back in behind the net of Keller. Round the near side wall. Diebert pinching down in. Minot High is going to go back to full strength. Rudlick's out of the box, and now it's 5-on-5 action as the puck is tied up down to the corner. Keller makes the stop. Into the blue paint it went. Now Minot High is going to knock it out of there, and it comes all the way down. It won't reach the end line for an icing as the Magi go off for a change. Puck's back up at center. Into the zone come the Eagles, but it's taken by the Magi and flipped right back out. Thompson with the puck. Surveyed. Got it back over now. Into the hands of Bradley. Into the zone comes Schmeichel, and Schmeichel carries in. Oh, and Schmeichel out front. All right to Bradley. Fires on.
Boy.
Metcalf made the save.
Point blank. Great save by Metcalf. I mean, why not? You've got to find a way to convert those. You don't get many. And that's, I mean, you got a 2-goal lead. 3-goal sounds much better than 2 is kind of the worst lead in hockey, 2 goals, but you've got to just, sometimes you just, oh man, you have to, you want to be in those situations, but you've also got to, you don't get many a lot of times.
Shots are 8-1 here in the third. Davies has the advantage. 4 power plays for them here in the third period. No power plays have been awarded for the Magi in the third. Minot High did get 3 in the second, however. Davies didn't get a power play in the second. Here comes Finley Benz trying to push it free up to Morelli. He's got a hat trick. Can he get another? Sends it to the 5-hole. Metcalf stoned him. Comes away to Finley Benz. Off the wall, Benz working it free. Comes back away down to Marsland with a backhand. Trying to dish it off to Morelli. Comes away back to Panasuk, and Panasuk goes back to back Morelli. Ridden off at center there was Morelli on a nice play from Netland. Right back in, come the Eagles down into the corner. Sahlberg works it back away far side. Under 5 to play. Third period, Minot by 2. 7-5 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Eagles with possession. Up into offensive territory. Here's Spiewak, fires a shot on goal. Hit traffic, Morelli's got it. He turns the burners on and goes up to center. Morelli's going to snake his way through. He'll walk down and fire. Oh, he hit the pipe again. Third time in the game that Mac Morelli's hit the goalpost. Somehow comes away with it. Center slot, Morelli survey. Drops it back off to Richardson. Hudson Cope in after it. 2-for-2 scrum right in front of the Zamboni door. Now the whistle blows, and we're going to face it off down to Davies territory. 7-5. Minot High's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 4:06 is what's left in regulation. Your Nate Metcalf, do you think about a timeout?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Timeout. We said it would come down to the end, and that's what it will be. And you have a timeout. God, there's so many times that teams don't use them. I don't understand why. Like, use it, calm your guys down, rest for sure. Rest your top guys. Your Davies, they're going to double shift their guys. Why? You have to. You take a chance. You still want to win.
Flip down to center. Hail Mary pass. Nice play from Oliver Thompson. Came back with the stick on the back check.
Gosh, like, you don't need to panic. You're a Minot's defenseman. You carry the puck, gain the red line, then fire one in. There's no reason to take icings at late in the game when you don't have any pressure on you. If anything, loop it back in your own zone and let your partner be the outlet pass for you. I just think Minot is a lot of unnecessary icings that we're lucky there's no. Lucky you can change juniors and college and everything else up above. You can't change on an icing call.
Off the draw, a quick stop was made from Devin Keller. 3:51 left here in this third period. Out in front, Solberg fires on. Loose puck, side of the cage. Comes away down to Rutlick, and Rutlick will start the motor up to center. Rylan Rutlick into the zone, stripped off the play, comes back away down to Pakaluk. He'll send it back in. Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors bring you the post game here tonight. We'll have our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game along with our MVP Spiewak, and sent it wide on the glove side.
You can't let these Davies guys get open like that. They're looking for a long pass. You should know better to give them that kind of time, and they just stay back. I mean, you're up 2. You don't need to get fancy.
Davies is buzzing right now. Delayed call coming here on the Eagles. They will touch. It's going to be a slashing call. Devin Keller had his stick, the goal stick, knocked out of his hands, and Davies will find themselves short-handed. Minot High gets their first power play of the third.
It's a bad penalty to take if you're Davies. I mean, what you're pressing, you're actually getting a lot of pressure on Keller. You're actually out shooting Minot. And then you take a bad penalty like that. It's not like Minot's power play has been bad. That's even a tougher time for Davies.
Minot Serve Pro power play's gone 3 for 4 in the game. They work with 1:53 on the man advantage as it's worked up top here to Deal. Deal's got it, sends it in. Oh, that one almost floated in. Kind of a knuckling puck, went down away to the far side off the stanchion in the glass, and Deal's going to have to come back to retrieve. Giving him some pressure here and causing some headaches is Gigstead. Now real estate opens up, and it's Morelli off here near side to Strand. Strand's into the zone with it. He'll take a look. Drops it back off to Panasuk. Down to Deal. Morelli's got a hat trick of the hockey game. He calls for it over on the far side, but it's Deal that fires it in.
It's tough to. You don't want everybody shooting from the point really when there's nobody in front. The goal is to get some traffic in front and take away Metcalf's sight, but you have to be patient. There's no reason to panic. You have a lot. We're not down 2. We're up 2.
Davies on the year has 2 other West Region opponents. They played Legacy and Century. They beat both the Sabres and the Patriots 4-3. Morelli got it back over to Deal. Underneath down to Strand. Here's Morelli. One-timer. Oh, the stick broke, and it comes away to the near side. Puck is going to be flipped up. Oh, Deal. Does he hold it? Does not hold the line. It's taken and fired out of there. Well, not only was the power play chance missed there for Morelli, but you got to come up with another 200, 300, or 400 bucks. How much was that thing?
Had to remind me, didn't you?
Puck comes away down to Strand, into the zone, tried to feed it out front. Comes away to Richardson at the point. Here's Richardson, drops it back as the Magi work it around. 25 seconds on the Serve Pro power play. Strand drops it back to Panasuk. Walks and fires. Oh, what a stop there. Metcalf with the blocker.
Save. Yeah, that was going top left corner. It was a nice save by Metcalf. Got his blocker on that. You're toe to toe. You're giving yourself. He's giving team a chance to win here. They got to get their goalie off here as soon as they kill this penalty.
Face-off will be on Metcalf's glove side. Minute 16 left in the third period. Well, it has been a teeter-totter affair here today. Davies opened the scoring. They had a 2-1 lead at the end of one. Minot had a 5-3 lead at the end of two, and the Magi lead 7-5 right now as the Servpro power play is down to the final 5 seconds. They get another power play goal as it's fired in.
Good low shot from Richardson. That's what you need. Hit the net, go low, make it tough on Metcalf, and that's a nice shot by Richardson. I mean, your low corners, lowest is the hardest to stop for a goaltender.
Richardson picks up goal number 3 on the season. Power play tally for the Magi. And I'm officially just about out of room on the score sheets. 13 goals in this hockey game. I've got 14 lines, and it has been a high-scoring affair here today at the All Seasons Arena, and that was probably a nail in the coffin for Minot High School. Back underneath the net for the Magi. Fired away to the far side. There's the 1-minute call. Oh, big hit on the far side wall. Groshi ends up down. Puck comes back down to Earhart. On the backhand, trying to clear the zone. Pakaluk on the assist. Up off the wall. 20 seconds left in the game. The Magi are going to remain unbeaten. The only team in the state with an unblemished record. They're going to move to 12-0. Hudson Cope mixing it up a bit. Puck ends up in the Davies net from Hagenau, and now the emotions really starting to come out here in the final 14 seconds of this hockey game. #21st matchup ever between Davies and Minot High School. And tonight will mark the 5th ever win in the series for Minot High. But it's back-to-back years that the Magi have taken down the Eagles. Last year it was at the Farmers Union Arena in Fargo. Tonight it's at the All Seasons in Minot. Kids caught them down 5 seconds to play in the game. What a tilt that was.
Well, that was a good battle. I mean, Davies is going to be a tough out for anyone down the road. And Minot's just they've got to clean up parts of the game we've been talking about. They got to start doing it. You're still making fundamental mistakes. Yeah, Davies didn't have the cleanest game either. They thought they were by far the better team in the first period. Minot kind of woke up a little bit, but either way, it's a non-conference battle. Let's get some guys out there, don't see as much ice time, and try a few new things. But either way, there'll be a lot more games left.
Lots to talk about, lots to break down. 8-5 the final. Minot High improves to 12-0. Davies falls to 6-7 in the East vs. West showdown. Athletic Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame comes up next.
Analysts are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show comes your way now on the PSP Network. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find them online, planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome if you're in the Magic City. It's a great pregame or postgame spot. You can also order online and pick it up at Shots Crossroads on the 2 and 52 bypass on the east side of Minot. 8-5 is the final score in this East First West showdown. And you look at these two hockey teams coming into the matchup today. Davies was 6-6 overall on their campaign. Minot was 11-0, and the Magi remain unbeaten as they score 8 compared to the 5 that Davies gave up. Nick Holmberg alongside of Matt Morelli here for the Planning Team at Shots Crossroads postgame. A win like that for the Magi in back-to-back contests where they score 8 on opponents that are state tournament-worthy teams in Davies and Century. Minot High has to be pretty happy with offensive production. However, giving up 5 is something that they haven't experienced a whole lot here on this campaign.
No, you don't want to get in that habit of giving up that many. 2, 3, that's one thing, but you've got to, like I said, they've got to work on some things that are going to help them down the road. And if you're still seeing mistakes made now, that's not what they want. Coaches, they want cleaner play, discipline, staying out of the penalty box, just hard, getting back to the grind it out, hit, physical, and be smart, and getting pucks where the opposing defenseman down is what you want, because they're going to get tougher. The games are going to get tougher. Their schedules, there's no more easy weeks. There's 2. There's a week after next where it's 3 games. That's a lot, and these guys are going to some get worn down. You got to be ready, and because there's going to be guys getting banged up and nicked up, and bumps and bruises, and you got to fight through it and play through it. But they've got to probably get better in their own zone, like most teams. You work on defensive hockey. It starts in your own zone, and that's what you got to think is team defense first.
Tuesday, January 14th, Davies goes to Fargo South Shanley before they host Cheyenne on the 16th. Next up for the Magi at Williston at Jamestown. Both teams go back to conference play, and it really kind of heats up now, Matt. The 11th of January, we're not far away from the EDC and WDA tournament. It's right down the road. If you're Fargo Davies, do you have a big takeaway in today's contest? Not easy to travel across the state for an early 4 o'clock game on a Saturday afternoon. They had some bright spots today too, though, didn't they?
Shanley's got some good players. They've got some skill up front. They're quick. I think that's one of the quicker teams Minot's faced up front, where they really turn the transition game is good. They get it up the ice quick. They had a lot of odd man rushes, and I think they got behind the Minot defenseman where Minot wasn't really expecting that, or I don't know if they were ready for it, or just it underestimated their speed. But Davies is solid. They're going to surprise some people, and they're going to get better. And you've got these guys, these young coaches now. All these teams have young coaches for the most part. They look at things in a different way. They try new stuff. They're aggressive. They like a wide open style, and Davies will be there. They're going to give some people in the East fits, and that's what you like to see. You want good hard play, and yeah, they made some mistakes out there, but so did Minot, and both teams will be better next week.
Davies has 9 state tournament appearances. They didn't go last year. However, they plan to be back this year, and I would think that they're going to be in that conversation when it's all said and done. They lost to West Fargo Cheyenne in 3 overtimes by a goal, obviously, 1 year ago. Look for them to try to get back to the promised land. Couple orders of business left here on the PSP Network.
MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. I've got the app. Sign in online. It's quick. It's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips. Excuse me. I had a hard time getting that off my tongue here today. I don't know how that happened.
There's a sports camp?
Yeah, Sport Clips. The pros of men's hair. Hard to go away from a kid that's got a 4-point night and 3 goals in the hockey game. My pick today would be Mac Morelli from Modern High School.
Well, you're getting chances. Your top guys get the bulk of minutes. That's just every team does it. They have to. You ride your guys. You're in a tight game. Shanley did. Sorry, Shan. Davies did the same thing with there's certain guys, Spiewak and some of these guys that they have to. They've got to find ways to get those guys chances. The more minutes usually lead into chances, offense, setting guys up, and you have to. And Minot the same way. They had some power plays. You can't say Minot's power play is not good or getting lucky. They're getting chances. They're scoring on them. And just some of the calls go the way, sure. But in the third period, it seemed like it evened out where Davies had their share of some power plays. But either way, you get chances, you bury them. You don't look back. You get a chance, point blank, top of the circle or in, and you make it count and you make it hurt. And that's what Minot, I think, did a little bit better than Shanley tonight.
Yep, without a doubt, MVP Mac Morelli had 3 of those goals in tonight's game. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. If you're on the fence about a hot tub, I'm telling you, I sat in there this morning in the snow.
Nice.
Going through the phone, it was just awesome. I'm telling you, I was relaxed. I was ready for the game today.
Get you warmed up for the game?
Yeah, and guess where I'm going tonight? Right back in there after Shots Crossroads, Magic City Home Leisure.
Oh, that's great.
They've got saunas, pool tables, spas, you name it. Magic City Home Leisure, and a 5 out of 5 star rating on Google. With over 200 reviews. Gives you everything you need to know about how they treat their customers. Magic City Home Leisure brings you the move of the game. For me, it's the hat-trick goal right here as Morelli carries it into the zone, gives it off to Panasuk. Panasuk gives it right back to him. Just kind of shovel scoops it right over the top of the blocker. Those two have connected for a few of those Magic City Home Leisure moves of the game. Tonight, no different. That was the hat trick for Mac Morelli. Minot wins 8-5 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Matt, closing thoughts in this East vs. West showdown. Minot 3 better than Fargo Davies.
I think it was a good battle. The afternoon games, you don't have many of them. Weekends, either way, Davies will be better. Coach Metcalf will iron some things out, and they'll go back to the drawing board. And Minot needs to do the same thing. You've got things that you have to look at a game every time and say, where do we need improvement? Everybody does. You have to. And we're seeing times where Minot's just making too long cross-ice passes. That doesn't usually work. But they're good things. There's a lot of good things too. We're not saying it's all everything needs the whole game start blow it up and start from scratch. Just get back to basics, making good decisions. It's a lot of times it's just being calm out there with the puck. It's not a grenade. Just take your time. Be calm and cool. Act positive. The Tony Robbins, think good things and look for open guys, but you've also got to get your feet moving. Can't be standing still. There's too many good players in high school now. There's guys that have so much talent. The training, everything is so much better to make these guys good. So if you can't bring average play against an Eastern team, because if there had been a little bit more time, it might have been a little bit different game.
Final shots on goal, 29-27, Minot High. Magi on goals from Hagenau, Morelli, Earhart, Strand, Thompson, and Richardson. Currents, Ingebrigtsen, Peterson, Steederson had the goals for Fargo Davies. Job well done, partner. Thanks for working with us as always. Big thank you to our sponsors. Frankly, without that, we just wouldn't be here. Make sure to patronize those places that you see on the PSP network. And as always, a giant thank you to all of the military men and women out there. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Final score for the final time. Minot surrenders the first, but they get the last. They win 8-5 over Fargo Davies here at the All Seasons Arena. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli, I'm Nick Holbrook signing off. Hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.